What is going on, everyone? We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are.
And last week someone asked us if we'd be back for these, and I said absolutely, and we are absolutely here for the Villain's Lair.
2-speed? What the fuck are you doing?
I mean, as long as it behaves, we're here for the Villain's Lair.
Right.
That's not really their thing, though. Behaving.
Right.
So... Anyway, very excited about this. Yes, we will be continuing with all this. One of our favorites, honestly. So,
we got a creeper.
Favorite continuing series. You can walk through.
I know, I'm watching.
Okay.
Anyways, so this is The Villain's Lair, Season 2, Episode 5.
Life's not
Life's
fair.
not fair. It's been like 2 years.
Yeah, life's definitely not fair.
It's been a long time. It might be a minor exaggeration. It's probably been like a year. But...
Okay.
All right. Let's check it out.
Yeah. Mirror, mirror.
Forgive the intrusion, Your Majesty.
Not
I
really.
would have thought we'd be down at the docks wishing our compatriots a safe voyage. Or at the very least to ensure our Mistress of Evil heeds your command while away.
I've said all I need to say.
Yes. Your conversation in the hallway. Oh,
Enlightening.
I'm afraid voices do carry, Your Majesty. And, if I may be so bold to say, I myself have always had a difficult time trusting fairies. They recognize no authority outside their own kind, and will manipulate others around them to suit their own agenda.
And what is your agenda?
Why, to serve the crown, Your Grace.
Did she just call him a fairy?
Huh?
I said, did she just call him a fairy?
Oh.
I mean, she is comparing him to fairies.
Yeah, but
Because
I think,
they all have their own agenda in this game.
I think it's just more of a...
What do you want?
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
why,
no, I know.
why is he sniveling in
What do you
to
want?
her back door?
Right. She's like, quit buttering me up. Just get on with it.
Right.
What is this blackmail about?
Right.
Right.
Do you take me for a fool?
Your Majesty?
You were once the most powerful man in Agrabah, or rather, second most powerful. A position you no doubt became accustomed to, and who could blame you? A ragged urchin begging for scraps to the right hand of the Sultan is not a climb many can make. Now you wish to procure such a position for
Ouch.
yourself here, in my council. Your obvious motives and cheap flattery will only hasten your way to the dungeons. Now get out.
As you wish, Your Grace. But if I may, do you think it wise for a ship full of villains who have already betrayed us to be left to their own devices? What is to stop them from intentionally or unintentionally
Mutiny.
alerting the Sea Witch of our plan to retrieve the cauldron?
The punishment for such treachery is the true death.
Oh, how thrilling. But what if they were simply not able to speak of it when asked? Hypnosis is rather a skill of mine. I took the liberty of encouraging those on board to forget the details of their quest when asked, so the secrecy of our plans remains as such.
My faith in your limited value has been momentarily restored.
Oh, Your Majesty is too generous with her
You're gonna make him
words.
blush. Huh?
You will write to us, won't you? No, you're gonna write to me. Why would he want to write to a bridge troll like you?
Ladies, please, it's only a short voyage.
We got you a gift. Something to remember us by.
Oh. Oh, Lord.
Ah,
Mother says when you come back, you'll choose which one of us to marry. It shouldn't be a hard choice. I mean, look at you.
ladies, I'd hate to come between another two sisters' love for one another. So perhaps it might be best for me if I don't marry either of you.
How about both? How about both?
Mother says.
I don't care what your mother says.
But Mother knows best.
We'll see what Mother says about this.
I'm going to tell my father about this. The originals. Dear God.
Excuse me, sir.
What?
You dropped something.
I'm sorry. I think you dropped this.
Thank you. It must have slipped.
These ladies are lucky to have won the affection of such a handsome man.
Ha! Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Prince Hans Westergaard of the Southern Isles.
A prince? Then that must be your ship?
Oh, yes. We're embarking on a diplomatic voyage on the Queen's orders.
How exciting. Where exactly are you headed?
Why, we're...
Alright, calm down, Vanessa.
oh.
Well, I'm sure it must be very exciting, nevertheless. I've always longed to sail the seven seas with a dash.
I love how they used the Aladdin-esque sound effects to show that he's in a trance
Right.
and can't say exactly.
Yeah, like kind of like the double layer. Yeah.
I have no clue who this guy is, though.
He's the original prince that Anna from Frozen fell for that turned out to be a bad guy. Hans.
Oh, that's how memorable of a villain he is.
I mean, I will say this. He is one of the douchier villains versus, like, villainous villains. He, like, has very, very, very human motives.
As someone who's only seen that movie once, though, he was so overshadowed by not only the main characters, but a cast of better side characters than he is a villain.
Yeah, except for he does kind of... I mean, he's not a good guy. He's just not a good guy. But yeah, he's not like, oh my god, that guy's a villain,
Well,
which is almost worse.
It's like when I'm watching, like, the only things that I remember from that movie character-wise, I mean, obviously Anna and Elsa.
Right.
Olaf.
You almost forgot that. Yeah.
I did. Olaf.
Right.
The guy that Anna ends up marrying, that I can't remember his name.
Right. Yeah, don't ask, guys. The reindeer is absolutely adorable. Right. Sven.
That's about it.
Yeah, no, he's the guy that came and Elsa's like, you can't fall in love in just a day or something like that. You can't marry a guy you've only known for a week. And it's like, yeah, every other Disney movie.
I do want you guys to understand that's not a I dislike Frozen thing. I actually did like it when I watched it.
His daughter just was at the age that she re-sang every song for him 30 million times. Right.
Right. But for me, I remember more of the story between the sisters.
Yeah.
Than I do any villain being involved.
He almost gets Anna and Elsa permanently separated because he chains up Elsa, saying that she's dangerous after she accidentally freezes Anna trying to save Anna. Like, it's a whole thing.
Right.
It's a whole thing. But basically, he was just an interloper that had already lost all of his shit and wanted to marry one of the girls and become supreme ruler.
I figured he was from Frozen when he talked about getting in between two sisters.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I don't remember him, though.
Right. And Elsa wanted absolutely jack all to do with him in the first place. She did not like him from the beginning. But, yeah, Vanessa's working her little feminine wiles here, but Ariel's voice is not going to win this for her. Right. Does not seem.
I've always longed to sail the seven seas with a dashing escort.
Not really. You do
Milady,
it all the time.
It would be my privilege for you to accompany me on this voyage. but the crew simply wouldn't allow it.
Oh, I'm sure a prince can find a way to accommodate a lady aboard his vessel.
Yes. Tell the crew you're an honored guest of the Queen, and wait in my quarters until I come for you.
Yeah, that's not sus.
Thank you, handsome. I just know this will be a voyage you'll never forget.
You there! Do be careful with those. I only packed the essentials. The furs, the jewels, the undergarments.
Oh, dear.
Naughty. You must be the steward. Tell me, darling.
Ah!
The spa on board, is it salt water or fresh water for the steam room? Salt water is simply wretched for my... You there! Careful with those things!
You must be the steward.
Ah, me boy, you're finally here. Wasn't sure you'd be joining us.
Right.
I've taken the liberty of releasing your crew. Wasn't room for all of us.
You did what?
No, lad, it's bad form to bring additional crew on board without telling the captain.
Captain?
Yes?
Wait a minute. If you're the captain, what does that make me?
The
The
steward.
first mate?
Of course not, me boy.
He's got a first mate.
No, you're more 13th mate. But don't you worry, we'll find something for you to do. Idle hands. Hand.
This is outrageous! Where's the witch? The one with the horns? This was not part of the deal.
Indeed it was not. What's this I hear about you not marrying one of my daughters? When I financed
Great.
your voyage here, I was quite clear about the terms of my patronage. In exchange for removing the 12 obstacles in the way of ascending your Southern Isles throne, you
12.
will marry one of my daughters and make her a princess!
Madam, your description of your daughters was not entirely accurate. And you had no right to dismiss my crew.
Keep your voice down, Hans.
Hans!
Whatever. The haunt mistress you speak of is below deck
He's
right now.
obsessed.
We don't want to disturb her now, do we?
But this
Oh,
isn't
no.
fair!
Ah, my dear boy. Ah!
Life's not fair. Better you learn it now.
In never land where your dreams take flight. A shield with honor guided by what's right. But beneath the surface, a truth unseen. Life's a cold, heartless, ruthless machine. A captain well respected, now a joke of the land. You can't a man command when you're missing a hand. When the world needs something to fear, to see clear. Ah, hold my beer.
Nicely done.
Of their dreams, and he writes the rules in his twisted schemes. He won't conform, you manipulate, find advantages while others hesitate. An opportunist finds a way to navigate the maze, find an opening, and then I let the fire blaze. Cause life's not fair, it's a game where the righteous suffer and the wicked rise to fame. And the strong survive.
I love
Life's not fair. Honestly, Haynes.
Hans!
Gesundheit. I'm a little surprised you didn't see this
Gesundheit.
coming, boy.
I love it. Gesundheit.
I am probably more excited for the next episode.
Really? I like the sea shanty sound of it.
No.
I mean,
I love the song.
Yeah,
But we now know that Vanessa was sent to go wait under deck.
right.
The Queen's already there,
Apparently.
apparently.
Maleficent, specifically.
So when Vanessa shows up, if Maleficent's there, shit might pop off.
Because Maleficent, I believe, is one of the ones that knows Vanessa versus
should.
Ursula. I don't know. And the whole crew is dismissed, so it's like, does
she get on
new,
board?
does the
'cause
new crew
won't
even
know.
care? I mean, so one would think that she could still entrance them.
Right.
But this whole thing is going to hell in a handbasket.
Right.
A one-handed handbasket.
Right. A hook basket.
Right.
Hans!
Gesundheit. I'm a little surprised you didn't see this coming, boy.
When the Westergars find out about this, I am a prince. You will respect my authority.
You will respect my authority.
But he
Not
inevitably
really.
learns. No one is going to respect you until you make them respect you. In a world of glass slippers and enchanting dreams, you live happy ever after, or so it may seem. I followed every rule so carefully, but the world said that's not how it's going to be. A happy marriage over, now a widow and broke. From a mansion in the country to society's joke. A woman in a man's world must survive, so I wrote my own rules and thrived. Now they call me cruel and heartless, a woman of spite. But no one saw the battles that I had to fight, cause in a world where weakness is a deadly sin, I learned to rig the game so I'd always win. Every move I made was a grand illusion.
To be fair, your marriage wasn't happy. And on top of it, you named your cat Lucifer. So, I mean, like, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say, I don't think life turned to you.
Disney has a problem. And as I sit here and I listen to her sing, beautiful voice, by the way.
Oh, she's amazing for Lady Tremaine.
I can only think of how much she reminds me of, like, Tangled's villain.
Mother Gothel?
Mother Gothel.
Why?
Just old bitter women.
Well, I mean, okay, Disney has a problem. It's either single dad
or old bitter women.
Right. What are we saying there, people? What are we saying?
Disney just needs to get a little more creative. I mean, obviously...
They need to mix it up is what they need to do.
Facilier is different. He's
right.
Nice. We like him. We like 80s.
Tiana is honestly, like, the whole Princess and the Frog thing is different, minus the prince that's not really doing anything other than gambling away his parents' money to begin with.
Oh, man. It's like we know somebody like that.
Right. But he's not a prince, so there is that.
Right.
Anyway.
But yeah, it was just something I just realized. I was like, you could probably put her in Tangled and it'd be the same story.
You just realized that. Yeah. I mean, same goes for most of them, honestly. Snow White. Bitter old queen.
Yeah.
Treating Snow White like Lady Tremaine treats Cinderella, or, I mean...
Scar kind of fits the bitter old queen as well.
I mean, he is.
He's a lion. He's a he. So, I mean...
He's a bitter old queen.
A bitter non-king.
Yeah. Okay.
It is kind of a thing.
It is kind of a thing, yeah.
Dance of deception, truth in seclusion. No longer charmed by a tender thrill. Now I forge ahead with an iron will. And the wealthy thrive.
There was once a time I would chart my course with honor.
Do you know who I wish would have been in this song? Yzma.
Oh, yeah.
She'd have been so much fun singing about...
That would have been fabulous. Life's not fair.
Life not being fair.
Yeah.
Because I feel like of all the villainesses...
She followed the rules the most?
No.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
But it's still not fair.
Well, awesome.
She would talk about it not being fair.
Yes. That's also true.
As my guide, but in the unforgiving tide, I learned the weak are all denied. They may call us names, but we won't be blamed. For the truth we have and hold. 'Cause fortune only favors the bold. Life's not fair for the weak of heart.
Where the virtuous will get torn apart.
All us wicked will play the part. 'Cause life's not fair. Just like we rehearsed, lads.
Just like we rehearsed.
And the strong survive. 'Cause life's not
I'm so glad we were able to straighten things out.
Right.
Do enjoy your voyage.
Head over to our new store with all new Villainous merchandise. T-shirts, sweatshirts, posters, water bottles, and more. Just follow the link in the description below.
Did you know that the Villains Lair is fully funded by our patrons? That's right. So if you'd like to help create the next episode and pick...
To be fair, it's the only way it could be funded.
Unless they had money.
Unless they just had money.
Yeah. So that was fabulous. There are definitely more villains that could have been added to Life's Not Fair, but I do like that they kept it kind of to the storyline right there.
They kept it within what
Yeah, because, you know, it was Lady Tremaine's daughters that he's supposed to pick between, and Captain Hook, who basically staged a mutiny, took over, which, you know, historically accurate.
It's very Hook-like.
It's very pirate-like, especially with the prince, who obviously does not know what he's really doing. Fun. I definitely like it.
I'm just glad to see them back, because again,
it's been a while.
If we look at their videos, this is their first.
Let's see.
So they did a hero medley 7 months ago, but the last Villain's Lair was a year ago.
Right, with That's All, and then they've done a couple, little bits, but yeah. I mean, I'm glad. I feel like they're doing it kind of like seasons of a TV show, so a year apart for the next series kind of makes sense.
Yeah, but this is still the continuation of season 2.
I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying, but...
But it's wrong, because life's not fair. Look, I'm just trying to follow the rules.
Right.
So just like we rehearsed. It was great. It was true to character. I really like how this Hook is presenting. I feel like they're getting very close to... who is the actor that I'm thinking of that plays the Sky Captain in Stardust? He's such a big name actor that you would never expect, but he does like the can.
I don't know.
He looks great. Anyway, I feel like they're going that direction. Somebody will know who I'm talking about. I can picture him clearly in my head. He's mostly in like serious stuff, mob boss movies. Absolutely recognizable.
Machete.
No, it is not Danny Trejo. Right, I'm bad with names though. So
who is this supposed to be? I don't know where this is going. I guess is my thing.
No, I already completed my thought. I said that I like the way that this Hook is going. He is reminding me more and more of. Gotcha. And then that's where. Hold on, let me just pull it up, because now I'm gonna be like.
I was just confused. I didn't know who.
Because you didn't hear the beginning of.
I didn't know where the other actor came into all this.
Okay, so the other actor is.
Henry Cavill?
No. Robert De Niro. And he is the captain of the Sky ship. It's a ship that floats in the sky. And he ends up doing, he dresses up and does his own little, can type thing. It's amazing. What?
Hook.
Hook is a good one.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Play. Anyway, loved it. Can't wait for the next one.
I just hope it's not a whole year.
It won't. I doubt it.
Just being honest. I love these guys, and they do really good work. And honestly,
life's not fair.
It's worth the time they put in.
It is.
But
beautiful production.
It's a long time.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys.
All right, we love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
That was